The development of Star Citizen is a continuously evolving endeavor, ever on the lookout for fresh approaches and improved ways to bring our first-person universe to life. And one of the ways we're working to enhance the gameplay experience today is through the concerted efforts of our quality assurance teams around the world. Now, these frontline warriors are an absolutely essential part of the development process, and one whose role is perhaps most commonly misunderstood throughout the games industry. On this week's show, we're taking a break from format to shine a focus on the life of our QA staff in our Winslow studio, and how they're more than just testers. They're a fully integrated part of Star Citizen's continuing development.
QA is a difficult job, and to QA an entire galaxy, even when you're only on one solar system, is an insurmountable task.
It's complex. It's very complex.
We touch so many different elements of the game.
Our job is to make sure that anything that's created in a digital format is both accessible and functional for people to play in the real world.
A lot of people think QA is something like just sitting down, playing the game and being like, yeah, this is awesome, wow. But there's a lot more kind of murder mystery element to it, I think.
We will get all of the dirt on that problem, whether you want to hear it or not, and then we'll give it to you.
While we're almost like the bug police, it's not up to us who gets charged.
Here we're encouraged almost to communicate directly with developers.
Where we aren't sure what's going on, we would then go and talk to that person and we can share all the knowledge that we have. And likewise, if that person has a problem that you are more proficient in, they can come to you. Because we cover so many different things, it's very important that we kind of share knowledge and that sort of thing.
And the fact that we can go out straight to developers and we can go straight to production, and there's that open communication, is very rewarding.
We touch all the different mechanics, all the different systems, all the different tools. And so in a lot of cases, people will specialize on their own systems.
The tools that we are working on is the editor stuff, which is the stuff the game is made in. We have all the tools within there, such as we've got track view, which is how we make in-game cutscenes. Within that, we've got SolEd, which is our solar system editor, and PlanEd, which is how we create our planets. And the tools and the editor kind of encompass all different aspects of that. So when a new feature is added, we check it out, we make sure it's great, and that will eventually go to the editors and the designers who use that to create the game that you're playing.
A lot of what we do is to prevent production being surprised by huge feature failures, build failures, or more importantly, game failures on a whole.
In a release period like we're in now, that mostly consists of crash reports. One of the big ones that we always ended up dealing with. So usually what will happen is one of our production guys will drop a message into one of our team's chats, and one of our leads will pick it up and pass it on and get it worked on.
This can generally range from investigating issues to get more information for those, like the NMIs, or playtests for new features that require to get looked at immediately for player count issues and things like that.
So playtesting is when we have a new feature coming in, or a new event, or something big coming to the game, and we get as many people as we can. Usually the whole department will jump on it, and we will play Star Marine, or we'll play Squadron, or we'll play Arena Commander, and we will do what we can to make sure it works and break it. So you guys don't have to break it.
Live is where we are probably as finished as we're going to get with a particular patch. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's bug-free. We are very much an alpha. That's an important fact to remember. There are still going to be issues, but they're not game breakers. We won't see huge server crashes. We won't see small gameplay with huge errors. It will generally be in a state where you can enjoy it for a couple of hours, and that's what we want for the live environment.
One of the biggest things that changes with the live environment is the player counts. Once you move out of the PTU from saying having maybe 500 players to the live environment, it tends to be the back-end services that start creaking first, where suddenly they start seeing some odd bandwidth issues.
Backers are involved in this process in the way that they bug up on Issue Council. If they chat to us about issues, or if they stream it on Twitch, then sometimes that gets picked up, and then we can start investigating those issues.
We are able to test features, we are able to test things that are up for release. We are not able, for the most part, to kind of keep an eye on depreciating systems. So things that have been out for a while don't get a huge amount of attention internally, and backers love to mess with that. So we absolutely require them to make sure that this game stays at least stable. We can make new things work, but we can't make sure the old things still work. So yeah, if it wasn't for the backers, I don't think we'd have a game.
What I would absolutely love backers to do is to write up bugs on Issue Council that are full of as much information as you can provide us. And anything, even if you don't think it's relevant, it may well be relevant. Things like videos of the issue, images of the issue, say if you hit a bug while you were flying, like what ship it was, how long you'd had the session up for, so how long the game had been running for. Especially if it's a performance-related issue, like you're getting bad FPS, the length of time that you've spent in the server can be really important. So basically any information that you can provide, even though it takes you a bit extra time, it takes us less time to then investigate those issues and see if we can reproduce them or not. And ultimately that's better for everybody, because it means that we can get the bugs in faster, and then the developers can investigate them faster, get the fixes out faster.
In SIG specifically, we are trying to assure quality, and I know that kind of sounds cheesy, but we want to deliver the best possible experience to a backer.
As far as scale goes, I don't think anyone else in the industry is really touching on what Star Citizen is trying to do. And when we're now looking towards finishing off our very first system, there's a huge sense of accomplishment that comes with that. It's almost like the first step is finally being done, where we can say, okay, that one's done, now let's just do it again. And the scale just grows and grows and grows with every time we do it. It is hugely rewarding.
While it's just the story of one team and one studio, it represents the tireless efforts of similar staff in our Frankfurt, Austin, and Los Angeles studios, and their battle to provide an improved gameplay experience for a project currently in development. And if we learned anything today, I hope it's that their specialization in individual features, their intimate embedding with the development teams they test with, and their connection with the community testers through things like the Issue Council, they all work together to produce a quality assurance team that strives to make the seemingly impossible possible with every patch. And to our subscribers and all the backers out there in the Star Citizen universe, our continuing thanks for doing the very same each and every week. Until next time.
Thanks for watching. For the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42, you can subscribe to our channel, or you can check out some of the other shows, and you can also head to our website at www.robertspaceindustries.com. Thank you very much for watching.